Good team, welcome back to Bonneyville. Welcome back to Transport Fever 2 on PlayStation 5. Thank you very much for joining me. If you are joining me, please do hit that like. And if you're going to hit that like, it's just a short hop over to subscribe. Why not do that too? Right, yeah, so what have we been doing? Well, we've been thinking. And there's a couple of things to think about actually. Um, and we'll get to some of those in a minute. But I scratched my head a lot. I did, and I did quite a bit of thinking, and it really doesn't matter how much thinking I put into it. I can't see any way to make this do other than what I think it's going to do, which is a direct train that comes up here and just brings coal. I'm also inclined to think that if I'm doing that, then I may as well also bring in the ore the same way, and that's what that road is for. Putting in a little station, and then just having two lines, and one line is the coal, and one line is the ore, and that's it for now. And those trains just shuttle backwards and forwards because I can't see any other way to make this work at all. If I was to, because the other thing was to like tie it up to the existing line, so have a train pick up here, bring all the way up here, and drop off, and then pick something up, say timber, I don't know, and then go all the way down here and drop off timber, and then come all the way back again. Um, it just takes so long. It's such a long route, and is that the most efficient way to get the steel moving? Because the steel's working, but the problem that I have is that the trains carrying the steel are not making enough money because there's not enough steel, and that's not a problem of the steel manufacturer or the steel route. It's a problem of delivery of raw resources. So I really don't see any other way to do this than replacing essentially this road here, this whole road network, with a train, and then running a train out here as well. Um, that road network connects through, so I'll probably have to delete that and then reinstate it. Because I can't really see any other way of doing it, frankly, sir. I cannot. I cannot see any other way of doing it. So what we should do is we should just crack on and do that. So let's have a look at what we need to do. So I want to leave this in place because that obviously connects, and that's obviously what I want to do. What I've had a look at here, I think, is if we do an end with 320 and we do it sort of right there, right next to the road. It doesn't look too bad, and the level looks okay. I think if I bring it down a level, doesn't really want to go down any further because it's attached already. If I, yeah, you see, it's already actually down, but the minute you attach it to the road, it attaches to the level of the road. But I think that's fine, and we've got buckets of money, so we're gonna do that there. That which is fine. That's okay. So right, we got some trucks to get rid of. So what we need to do is get rid of the trucks that are on this line. I think I can probably just if I rather annoyingly sell them individually, I think I can let the ones that are I meant to delete you. Let the ones that are already out there, nah, because they're all carrying over as well. Let's just delete the lot. Let's just delete them on bulk. So we'll go in here. It's the columnar coal trucks. Ugh, like I've said, vehicle selection. Why it does that? It seems to get stuck. You're going, it's you, it's user error. Right. We'll delete that. So we'll delete that. That's fine. I don't need that anymore. And I don't need that anymore. And I don't need that anymore. I will need this soon because I want to use that as the, what you call it, thingamajig. Right? Thingamajig. That's the word. That is the word. The pathway for the rail is what I want to call that. So what do we want to do? What do we want to do here? Modular or end terminus? You see, oh, it's gone. There was a a mine there. If I make it terminus, then that's it. This is all this is ever going to be is one line. If I make it modular, we have other lines out here maybe that could maybe work for stuff. In which case, given that I'm just picking this up, I don't need to do anything more strange, startling, or fascinating than basically just plonk this thing here, right? I don't think we need 2 tracks for now. We can definitely just do 1, and we can plonk that there, and we can delete this weird bit of road that doesn't need to be there, and replace it with that, which is fine. Doop, there you go. That's a little bit better. We're going to smoothie this out a bit because it's just crazy talk. You people are crazy. And then now we'll put the rail in. The rail will adjust itself anyway, and it'll become a bit of a thing. So right, so track wise, standard old bog standard track, and we're gonna head out here, 120, and we're going to hook up to the road, and the road will act as a very good guide for us, and we'll just carry on through. Oh look, the node snapping has broken yet again for the umpteenth millionth time. Who knew that was going to happen? Oh wait, I did. Right, that brings us through there. We can delete this section of road because we're not going to be using it. This will clarify the situation here. Don't delete the train track. And then we're going to come in on this side. So there you go. That's that one. A little bit of a tight turn. That's okay. We aren't phased by that. We'll delete the road. Quietly delete the road without deleting the train, one hopes. Yeah, what's it done there? It's that's interesting. What did it do that for? Why'd y'all do that? If I select this bit, I now can't select this bit. Well, there you go. That's very interesting that it did that. Very indeed. I wonder if let's see. I don't know why it did that. I don't know why it did that. So that's where it would like it to be. We're going to go back a bit to there, and then we're going to go through there. Right, that makes a little bit more sense. This also looks a little bit crazy as a cutting. Thank you very much. Right. Right. There you go. That makes sense. That makes sense as a cutting. That makes sense as a tunnel. That makes sense as a thing. I'm going to want to add a building on here so I can actually put trains on it. Be nice if you just snapped, but there you go. And crack out Mr. Smoothie tool so things don't look like they're absolutely hat stand crazy. Like this. This is not, no. No. Are you kidding me? I don't want to pay for that. No, what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of the old smoothie. It's taking your time a little bit. There you go, that's fine. Don't want to delete our tunnels. Oh, sort of deleted that gap a little bit. That was a bit of an error. And zoomy in here. Right? So there we go. So that's what we're going to be replacing this with. We're going to set up a line, and it's going to go from here to there. And it is simply going to pick up everything. And the everything that it's going to be picking up is going to be coal. And then it's going to go to just the place that it's going to, and it's just going to be dropping off thank you, and that is just simply going to be columnar coal. Columnar coal. Right, there we go. So it's going to take a little while, I think, for this to figure out what it's doing, which is fine. We need a train. It's going to be one of these, and it's going to be these gondolas. Let's start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to get us started. But it's definitely going to get a lot bigger, a lot faster. That's for sure. There you go. It's already it's already starting to load up with coal, which is hunky dory, hunky dory. Right, so this one over here, let's delete these trucks. What are these trucks? The columnar ore trucks. 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right, we'll sell all of those. Thank you. We will delete that. We'll be deleting that. We'll be deleting that. We're going to be deleting an awful lot of road here. I just want to get rid of the road. We'll get rid of the road because I'm going to do the rail differently on this one. This is like the game generated road, and that's fine. It's just reasonably generic, so that can go there. This line can then be deleted. No more line. Right. This one though. Do we want an end to end on this one? It's really short. It's a really short line. Or, I mean, hopefully we will be at some point running a train track over the top to connect Columnar and Ubeda somehow. But I don't know if I'm going to need them to come in here for this. It's just one little section. I don't think so. So if we're going to do that, what we need to do is, because with these things here, you can't. Oh, it says that you can. It says that you can actually connect. Yeah, a very limited ability to connect. And the thing is here, I want this on an angle, like that angle there. So what I'm going to do is we need to remember that angle, and we need to put the road to it so that I can get that angle. Okay, everybody remember that angle. Does that look like the right angle? Colliding. Why are you colliding? You should just connect. It looks nearly like the right angle. Right. Anyway, this is a ridiculously short line. So this is just going to come effectively there, and then straight in there. There you go. That's literally all that needs. I'm gonna have to get a train on it somehow. I can't get a train from the other side, so I'm gonna have to put a building in here somewhere, and that's fine. And we'll track it up just so that we can connect it up for a train. So did that track up? That did not track up. I thought it looked a bit weird. Too much curvature. Oh, I'll too much curvature you. Nothing wrong with curvature. Right. So we're going from there to there. You are... Oh. What doesn't it like? Oh, I've hooked it up to the wrong place. Sorry, you're absolutely right. That's not the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted. Columnar Viejo West is going to pick up full. You're going to be picking up, or you're going to be dropping off at the place you're dropping off, and you're not going to be loading up with anything else. And that's perfectly fine. Now, I reckon, so this is a fairly similar 2 and 2 to 1 ratio. So this guy down here is going to take at least twice as long. So I think that, and we've already got a load here anyway, but we'll balance this out because I need this to make money. So we'll make this make money, and then we'll make this catch up. Is probably the answer. So I don't know how much we're going to need to make money, but I've generally found that probably nothing less than about 6. So in fact, let's go to 56 capacities. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. So we're going to buy that, and we're going to stick that on here. And this is the columnar ore line, which we didn't actually name, but we're going to right now. Yeah, because what's important is that makes money for us. That's really the main thing. So so they're off, and I will delete this one because I don't think I'm going to need, given that it's such a short line, I don't think I'm ever going to need any more than one train running the ore line. So we've got ore, and we've now got coal, and that's him. I mean, he's waiting until he's full, and he's nearly full already, which is great. And this one's also waiting till it's full, and it's already off. It's a short line, so it isn't going to make us a lot of profit, and it's not meant to, you know. And again, this is one of those things. It's like not every line that you produce is there for a particular reason of making profit, right? There's other reasons why you do things. So it's making 100,000, so it's covering its costs. Excellent. So I'm just going to let that do its thing for now, and then this thing we're gonna have to work at. I mean, it's already putting up demand. This is already up to way over 100. So let's just wait and see when this guy comes back. Just exactly how much is there. So we can see loading up. There goes the smoke. We're off. We're off and away. We're going to travel through the hills, or over the hills, as the case may be. There's the other train. Toot toot. Oh, we're going to go straight into the hill. Whoa, no we're not. Down we go. Very nice. Very nice scenery. I can't believe there's a mine up there. Hello, mine. I mean, it kind of makes sense that you're mining into that hillside, but you probably maybe want to... it's open cast, so... What doesn't make sense is that farm. That farm does not make sense. What is that about? Oops. We hit a little bump in the road there. We're going to hit another one? Not quite. There's the logs over there. Right, so we're down here. We can already see that this guy is going to have a lot. Right, so how much is here? 265. So let's have a look at this guy and see. So, how long can we go before we hit poor? I think we said it was like 25 or something. 196. Right, so there you go. So that's that guy. 27 wagons long. And there he goes. 189. So that's as much as this guy can pull. He's not going to be going super fast, but it's pretty level. It's a pretty level route. So what I just want to do is I want to wait and see just exactly how much he's going to be bringing in terms of money. In terms of the other line now, I think the other line is doing like 3 times. 1, 2, one. He dropped off, went back. 2, nearly 3. So if we wanted to even this out, it would be 1/3 of 190, which is like 60, 63, 64, 65. So if we set him up for 65, I think that would keep the balance correct. And I think that we'd make enough money. So I'll just go in and do that after this guy comes in and we see how much money he actually makes from all of this. He makes us nearly 2 million, right? Excellent. This guy is currently 56, and we want to make him 63. 63 is perfect. That'll do. We can make him be 63. Excellent. So I think that is now good. So this guy now should start producing like crazy. So we've now got this. I just wonder, is he going to get through this whole at this level? Because he's only level 1, and he'll go up as soon as he produces more. Will he get through the whole 189 before we get back? I think he will. Look at the speed it's ticking down. It's ticking down at 1 per second, and we are definitely going to be beating that. So I think ultimately we might need 2 of these long trains on this line. Yushkaboodle, because he's only just getting back now, and he's made his way through that full 189. We got 25 million. I'm conscious about the importance of steel. If we were to do that, this should be the passing point, right? So if we were to do that, what we can do is we can start here, and we'll go around. We'll try and stay on the track. We'll go all the way around, and we'll have them swap coming out of the tunnels, right? So this long section here hopefully gives them time to change. So signal wise, they'll come down this side, so that's fine. 1 down there, and 1 down there, and we'll put a signal in the middle either way, just in case. Obviously, as I've said before, this is an interesting one. We don't want them jamming each other up. So if I put a signal here anywhere, then there's a chance that they'll jam each other up. What will happen is if there is a train at the station, he'll wait until the next train passes that signal before leaving. And then, yeah, so if they get hung up, they'll get hung up in the middle. Hopefully that shouldn't happen. What we'll do here is this guy who's here, we're just going to duplicate him. Flat out dupe. Now then, this other train is going to come out. Right? He's going to wait until he clears the station. So he's cleared the station, so that's signal 1. He's going to actually wait until he's fully loaded. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop him if he looks like he's going to start moving. So he's going to stop. Right, so he's fully loaded. So now all we have to do is keep an eye on this guy that's coming in. And as soon as this guy flips around, I'll hit start. And hopefully, that's roughly the middle somewhere. That should mean that they have enough space to get past each other. And the timings should be just right. So here he comes in. He is going to drop that off, and as soon as he flips around, I'm hitting start. Everything's offloaded. Boom. Right, so they're both starting off at exactly the same time, which is great. And this guy is now at 160 something, and production is increasing very, very quickly, which is awesome. Here they both come. So the guy is now in his passing lane. That is great. And the other one is going to go into his passing lane, which is great. And they are going to pass each other without slowing each other down. Marvelous. So that does work. So that's very, very good. This guy's doing his thing. So he is currently at 6,000 and something. This is still blasting its way through, so I don't even think two trains is going to two trains of this length is going to sort that out. I saw we got multiple warning. Yeah, no, here we go. He's coming in, so it's not going to hit 0, and that's going to boost him up over 200, and then he's going to go into his next layer of production, I should imagine. So he's off, and that's great. And this is now 224 steel. So this guy, who was only 56 steel, we want him to carry as much steel as possible. Now he's coming here with, this is for machines and tools. Now the issue we've got with the machines and tools, as you can see from this guy, is because there's not enough steel, we're not getting enough machines and tools. So he's doing 50-50 tools and machines. That's not too bad, actually. Not too bad at all. So what we might want to do is, so 10 of those and 8 of those, 18. I think we got room for like 7 more. If we wanted to add, yeah, what did we say? It's got to go out to like 196. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we were to add in 1, 2, 3, 4 more of those, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Do 14. That's bringing a lot of steel down. That's fine. That's fine. That's a big train, but that, again, that's fine. So he's going to fully load up with steel, which is what we need. Right? And he's dropped off all of the tools and machines that need to be dropped off. And then he's going to go back, and that will start with start increasing our supply of tools and machines where that needs to be done. So I've slowed it all down again because we now need to go down here. There's a few things we need to do. One of the first things we need to do is go back to this and have a look at how many things are very bad. Ugh. Ah. Stop it. $20? I do 20 at a time, but I tell you, man, look at how many come up very bad. Ugh. A whole load come up very bad. But anyway, there we go. So that is on the move. That is on the move. That is on the move. What else have we got going on here? What else have we got going on here? Well, we've got rocks from here going over here, making bricks, which is fine. And there's a huge supply of bricks over here, so that's fine. This guy seem to not be getting nearly enough oil. Now, the funny thing is, I think this one's getting better. So, Remember I said I had problems with this one over here, supplying over here. I do think they speed up. So when I started this one with I think 6 trucks because there just wasn't the same amount of demand. But I think now that I have this running and we do have space on here, you can see that there is 138 and we're losing stuff because we don't have nearly enough and we've got a thing there. So how many of these exactly do we have? We're only on 14. I reckon we could literally double this. We could literally double that. I think there's going to be a jam now as they all kind of fight to try and figure out how to get in. We'll keep an eye on that because I want this to make as much of that refined product as possible, and it's a 2-for-1 ratio. So we've got stuff coming in here, and that's great. That's all well and good. Hey, we also have quite a lot of food hanging up here. So that tells me that we need more food trucks. How are you doing? They want 75. How many food trucks have we got? We've got 6. Let's double that. Some of those are not in great condition. So what we'll do is we'll replace those and then we'll double them. And they should come out of there. Right? And we'll start trying to get more of that food because we need that food moving out of here. And we need it moving into Villa de Cans. And Villa de Cans are going to get happier about stuff. We have all these wagons. I'll just head to double speed. There should be enough room for these things to move around and not get in each other's way. They're getting in each other's way now, but that's just because I've just thrown 14 extra vehicles on the line in a sudden big rush. They should be able to move out pretty quickly. Like I said, they're not going to hang around because they've got an awful lot of stuff. I do wish when you tell them to use either side that we would actually see the product on this side. I can actually store more product on the other side. So if I move that to Terminal 1, there's more product. They can still pick up either side. There's plenty of space. They're going out past each other. They're not getting in each other's way. They just drive through each other. Sometimes they do drive through each other. Sometimes they don't. I don't understand it. But it looks like it's not going to be an issue for them. So they're going to go hunky-dory. Over here, again, everybody's happy. I had to modify this road a little bit because they were kind of getting in each other's way. So I had to modify the in and outs to make sure that these weren't getting in each other's way. So that's pretty good. They're all doing their thing. Did this train even... No, he's still on his way down. Fully loaded. 98 food and 98 steel. Which is great. That's great news. So he's bringing lots of food and he's bringing lots of steel. And, you know, we might even need to make an extra one. We might need to put some passing lanes and things, but anyway. So I think the bricks are sorted, food is sorted, the steel is getting better, the timber supply. This guy's not getting enough timber now. So who is bringing timber up to this guy? This is you. You are bringing timber up to this guy, and you are a 6, a 6, and a 12. One of you is in bad condition. Let's see. Sometimes it's just the locomotive, and you can delete the locomotive and add in a new one, and it goes to better condition. Yeah, you see. There you go. So, let's have a look. You have room for more timber, it would appear to me. So, we can get you... It goes to the end, which is really annoying. Is my OCD at play here? I would like to add it in where my cursor is, but when you add it, it automatically goes to the end, which is really annoying. Right, so there you go. But then when you take one away, it takes it away from where the cursor is, not the end. So there you go. So that's 203 capacity. So he's going to shift more, and then he's going to do the same. So wherever we were with this one, 203 was what we said. Yes. Right. So made them a little bit bigger to try and shift a little bit more timber. Now, I have a timber plant here that I am getting timber made, well, potentially made. And this line isn't super busy. So I could whop in a timber there, and how long is that? How long is that? It's not actually that long, is it? And I've actually got 17 million. What I should do is I should go back here for a start and start doing this again. 1, 2, 3. We're just doing the covered wagons at the minute. 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't need to count because it's down at the bottom. Right, we'll replace those. Didn't I see the? I don't mind replacing the these things separately because they're just different. And look, we haven't even talked about moving. I know, I realize I'm in the bad. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll just do the 10 of those because they are in the bad. I realize we haven't talked about moving people yet. Yeah. So this one here. Hello. We can we? We probably can. I'm just thinking. Sorry, thinking about. Do we want this to be an end only, and it's just doing that? It's not bringing anything back. There's nothing coming back. Nothing at all. I don't think so. I don't think so. So, if we are gonna, what's the difference in cost? Just out of interest, if I do that one track 320 and I were to plonk it here, it would be 338,000, right? If I was to do this one and also plonk it here, and it was one track, it would be 352,000. I don't know. There's no real difference, really. And this guy has outdoor storage. The thing is, if I do this, and I actually zoom in and I try and line it up correctly, I wish. Oh, how I wish. There's so many things that I wish. I wish that. So the problem with this. Right. Hang on. Quick sip of tea. I'm about to. What's the word? I was going to say procrastinate, but that's not the word. Pontificate. I'm going to pontificate. Like the pontiff, apparently. Must be where the name came from. Once I put it, because I'm doing this to connect it up to this. Right. I can't change these assets because I can change some of them, but only as long as they're the same size, which is really annoying if I wanted to change it and make it different. And part of the other issues, and I suppose you can modify it after placement, but you can't move it. So you can't put it down, modify it, and then slide it over. That would be awesome. Anyway, 330,000, me old China. Right. What we need to do here is have a look at this. So this is that's what that is. So what is going to happen, me old mucker, is that this line is going to go on the other side, and this line is going to connect up to here. So let us do that first. So we should, ideally, hopefully, just whop that in there and it does the full 120. And that's awesome. That's the existing line. So that's the existing line that runs in and runs up there and connects with either terminal because we've got points, which is awesome. So now all I have to do is run the second line, and the second line will be the one that we've got to connect us up north. And it'll keep up the speed, which is great. So it's still a fast line. It's going to come all the way down here. If the node snapping worked, I reckon we're probably going to go to about... It would be nice if we could cross the road, I think. In which case I need to delete some sections. We'll take it back a little bit further so we can keep up the speed. And we do that. Does that keep up the speed? There's 112 section there, but I think we're probably okay. Right, so there you go. So that's our existing line coming down and whopping in. That's not a drama llama. He's still doing all of the stuff. We don't have any warnings, so we know that that is working fine. I don't need that, but I am going to need one over here. Which is hunky-dory. So this line is going to be from there to there. And again, there's no return. There's no return. Eventually, maybe I could look to hook up some logs or something. Might be a way to see if some of these other trains. There's a guy running down here. Might be able to whop up some logs. But anyway, so he's going from columnar. I'm gonna want him full. I don't want him to run empty, and we'll balance him out. And he's gonna run with timber. And I'm gonna say you can go either side, but I don't have anything to pick you up with. So this is just columnar timber for now. There you go. And I don't know. How big does it need to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's start with 6. See what happens. Right. We'll start the old clock rolling and see what goes on here. It's connected. Did I... Oh, I never put him on the line. There you go. Right. And he's going to wait until he fills up with timber. So the timber is starting, which is, that's fine. I don't have no idea how profitable it's going to be or how busy it's even going to be. And it'll pick up. So, and you know what else we haven't done? Signals. Now we don't need signals because this is 2 tracks. So we've got one train running on one track and one train running on the other. And that's fine. One train will run on one track and one train will run on the other track. Shouldn't be a drama, llama. Yeah, he's taking his time. He's definitely taking his time. But that's all right. They do take their time to get warmed up. We have said that before. Right. So we're now making use of that to timber because this thing, what started that conversation was this fella not having enough timber. Right. Ugh. How many of these are in very bad condition? I was thinking the other day, wouldn't it be great if there was some kind of way to automate this process? And then I thought, oh man, we're at it very bad. Then I thought, how dangerous would that be? Imagine if you put something to like auto renew. You'd just be watching your money evaporating. You'd be like, what the heck? But I mean, that should be part of the cost, shouldn't it? I mean, that should be part of the cost of the line, is the auto renewal of vehicles. Yeah, that would be my thinking anyway. But there you go. So we're half full. This guy's half full now. He's still working on it. Yeah, anyway, so this guy needs timber. These people needed food, and they also need machines. So what's the story with this machines line? I'll just keep that running. Villa de Cannes machines, trucks. I think the issue. What's he waiting on? We got a bit of a snarl up happening here. Why are we snarled? Is he waiting for that other train to come in? Why? He should go to another platform. He doesn't. He only wants to go to one platform. Right. No, we want you to go to both. Because that's what stops this kind of snarl up happening. So he can come in and he can well, and he should be able to go to both at Villa de Cannes as well. Right, because that's why I do this, so that you guys don't all get snarled up together. Because look at this, we've now got a bit of a snarl up here because that guy was waiting for I don't know how long. How many of you think that you can't go somewhere? Can you actually go to the another hub? You can. So that's that one, and you're now also off. What about you? You actually only go one way, I think. You go to Arrecife. So you have to go, you have to crisscross. That's fine. But what about at Villa de Cannes? Villa de Cannes? I think he's both sides at Villa de Cannes. He is. Right. And that train's off somewhere else. Which train is that? That's the Antequera Arrecife freight train. He's carrying lots of fuel, which is great. Has our timber guy left yet? Is this he? This is he. He's not full, so he's passed out his, what is it, 3 minutes of waiting or whatever it is. He's not quite full, but this is going, so it's already at like 30. So we'll leave him as it currently stands. I don't think he's going to make any money just dropping off 24. I mean, he'll make some money. What I mean is I don't think he's going to make enough money to make him very profitable for now. But that's okay. So he'll go and drop off. And there you go. You know, that's fine. And then he'll go back and he'll pick up more stuff. This guy is off with, yeah, not a lot in the way of machines, right? Anyway, such is the way of things. Right, we're just about at the end of this one, I think. Oh, look, a whole bunch of things that are currently very bad. Oh, well, there you go. There's not that many, but seeing as there's only 5, let's carry on down and see how many of these are in the bad category. 5, 6. Yeah, I told you don't need to count because there's an actual counter right there. Not that one, though. Or that one. Oh, that'll do. Oh wait, I must have done something because it's confused. I've mixed and matched somebody somewhere. Well, I meant to have that one. And no, they're all good. They're all good. Why does it want to clone those when I want to fix them? What's going on? You see, now it's got replace. And then we should carry on. No, it was 16. It's back again. I don't know. I must have accidentally hit something like had a train or something. Anyway, right. We got a train that's going to need some help. So I'm now working through trying to balance out some of these things. As you can see, we have this steel on the go, and that is now cranking up there with production of 400. This is now at 400. So remember I said we're going to be shifting like 400, 500 steel. So we can now think about doubling up that line because we're also making a truck ton of food as well. So we can double up that line and be really shifting some product. And we can be shifting, you know, uh, what is it? It's like a full train is 203, so we're shifting like 96, 96, 96, 96. So it's not going to quite be 400, but it's going to be nearly 200 of each at a time, which would be great. So we can shift all that down here. And then we can start getting things like the machines made, because the issue is, well, things like this timber, the tools, we need more tools, and the issue with the tools is we're not getting enough timber. So we're now getting enough timber. We can now add in more timber from this place. Do we need to add more lines to this hub now? It's starting to look a little bit busy. Do we add a third and a fourth line and increase the amount of trains that are shifting product around the map? One of the things I was kind of thinking about is the fuel situation, the oil and fuel situation, because I'm kind of thinking that having all these trucks, you can see how many trucks there are here. Having all these trucks moving oil over here to the fuel and fuel back through the town and then back out here is potentially problematic. Do we need a line coming off here and running in here just to deal with the fuel situation? We can hook up right here. We could put an end track here and we could loop that in. We could double line this all the way, and we can start doing that, in which case this would also need to be widened in terms of adding in a couple more tracks and platforms on that one, and then we can start shifting a little bit more oil and a little bit more fuel. This here is now looking a little bit better in terms of its production, and we now have a little bit more going on here thanks to all these trucks that are chugging their way out there. Yeah, so I want to look into that, and then obviously look into what's happening down here in terms of our supply and various other bits and pieces. He's not producing. Why is he not producing? Okay. That's why we're running out of timber. I moved this. I moved the route over here because I saw that this was connected to both, but it looks like this is not connected to both. I wonder if I just run this along here and in there. Will that make the difference? Sometimes it does. No, it doesn't. In which case, I wonder if we take this off and we run it from there. Why would construction not be possible? Oh, it's not possible because of the node. No, it still doesn't like it. Okay, I need to fiddle around with this one because I'm pretty sure I should be able to get it to connect to this directly, but I'll need to have a little fiddle and see exactly how that's happening. So that's part of the reason, because I have these log trucks, or did have these log trucks, carrying logs over here, and I tried to centralize everything in here, and obviously it's not worked. If we had a move it function, I could like select all this and just slide it up until it lit up. Wouldn't that be awesome? That would be such a grand idea, but we don't have that function. I mean, I suppose you can't do that in real life. Well, I know, but in real life you could do other things, and this isn't real life anyway, so who cares? There you go. I've got things to fix. Again, there's a big surprise. We got some stuff to work on, but we're making money. We're richer than creosote. It's 1881, and we already have like 22 million, etc. So it looks like we're doing pretty well. We haven't even got any new vehicles in yet, or new trains in yet. So what I next want to do is have a look at all of those lines. Just make sure everything's working. and having a look at optimizing the lines that are currently existing and what that means, and then having a think about if there's things like a fuel line that we need to bring in here that's going to fix that problem. And this one's really straightforward because we are literally bringing product here and bringing product back. So this is an absolute no-brainer for a simple moneymaker. Um, this one over here, I don't know. Maybe we could feed that in, and instead of having these trucks, this becomes the fuel hub, and then there's a train that's just bringing product up here, but it wouldn't be bringing anything back to that one. Um, and I don't know if you want to do a loop, in which case, it goes product out, brings product back. No, that wouldn't make any sense, would it? It would be product fuel over there. Nah, I don't think that one would work. Anyway, that's Bonneyville for you, everybody. Gosh, doesn't time fly when you're micromanaging transport on Transport Fever 2? Shuckins, shuckins, and shuckins. Right. I do hope you're enjoying it. Do click that like. And if you're liking, why not subscribe? And if you're a subscriber, why not check out membership? Or why not have a look at the merch store? And I will see you all again real soon for another one. Ta-ta for now.